Women, what do you find the most confusing about men? What happens to your dicks when you run? Do you feel them flop around? And what do you do with it when you ride a bike? Underwear keeps things in place. Same for being on a bike, just make sure you're comfortable when you sit down before you start riding. Very often when men exercise, they will experience shrinkage, similar to jumping in a cold pool. This acts as a protective measure. How their crotch doesn't hurt when they run or go up the stairs. Like, even with underwear, you just have stuff hanging down there. I don't even have a large chest and it hurts to run regardless if I'm wearing a bra or not. I gotta tell you, the penis doesn't weigh much. A boob weighs more, and you ladies have two of them. The obsession with being the one who is the master of the barbecue. Monkey brain. Control the food, control the people. He who controls the barbecue controls the world. When guys are seriously injured, but act like it's just a scratch, that they can somehow walk it off. All the guys I know are like this. Arius answer is, because we don't want to panic and cause an issue. This is it right here. As soon as a calm guy starts panicking, everyone is panicking. Me after men's league golf, arrive home. Wife, who'd you play with? Me, Joe. John. Don't remember third guy. Wife, what did you talk about? Me, hockey. Wife, what else? Me, I don't know. I'm a dude, but why do we all pretty much collectively enjoy digging random holes? Especially at the beach. Edit, just got back from the beach and yes, I did dig a hole there. Now that you've mentioned it, I do. All I need is a stick, and I'm all set for the beach. My wife's biggest gripe is that I will spend time hiking / drinking / driving / whatever with friends I haven't seen in months. And when I get home I will have absolutely nothing to report back despite having talked solidly with them for 6 hours. My wife on the other hand will casually pass a friend in the street and within 10 minutes knows what they've done every day since they last spoke, the health and financial status of them and all other friends and relatives, and a forward-facing calendar for the next 3 months. It's funny though. All the bullshit we talk about as guys slowly leaks a bunch of personal information over time. You can tell that one guy isn't happy with his relationship, one guy is broke, one guy hates his job, one guy has a medical issue. You know all of this without really talking about it, just because you spend quality time with them. Yet even we can't recount it directly, we just know it in the moment, when we are with the boys. That we ain't going to the doctor, but the limb has fallen off. That literally happened to my granddad D. He wasn't very well, was on blood thinners and stuff, and was known for rarely leaving his armchair, but my grandma was starting to get suspicious when he wouldn't leave his chair at all for like a whole week. And he was being weird about his leg, and wouldn't let her look at it, so she'd had enough one day and just looked anyway despite him being difficult and his leg from the knee down was black. He had to go to the hospital, and it was amputated. How the dicks and the balls are stored in the underwear. To be honest, as a dude I've never really thought about this. They kinda just fit. Don't really notice them sitting down and standing up unless your dick does one of those random I'm gonna get hard now things. Also when things stick to legs. Why do guys just sit in silence sometimes? I thought for a long time my boyfriend was sick of me, but he was just sitting there with his brain offing. This bothered my ex a lot, and NGL it bothered me, that it bothered her. Sometimes there isn't anything to say, and it's totally cool just hanging out together, and enjoy that in itself. Or it can also be as you said, just to switch off the brain. As a disclaimer, I'll admit that I'm very introverted anyways, but even within my male friend groups sometimes we just don't talk for a bit, and it's still a good memory. I enjoy your company. Not talking, I don't understand why it's such a hard concept for people. The fact I'm there with someone means I want to be around them. Rules seem to make you happy. My boyfriend plays a lot of tabletop RPGs and Battletech, and he said before that he's not enjoying a game because I quote there aren't enough rules. It's all a bit confusing. Also follows for tasks, i.e. can you microwave X for me? No, that's confusing. Microwave X for 1 minute 30 seconds exactly. He's a happy man. Edit. To answer general queries, he has not been diagnosed with autism, he does have the spicy panic attack or anxiety. I think this may be partly why he likes rules/specific instructions, though he does get a lot of autism/ad TikToks and has related to them, so maybe he's a historian, specifically war history. Our microwave is 900W. The game recs are very welcome and lovely. He is aware of the thread and enjoying seeing what people are recommending for him. How do I know they are interested in me? How do I make it known to them that I'm interested in them? I'm way too shy to confess face to face, and yet I also find confessing though a text insincere. I'm way too shy to confess face to face. Hold his hand. My general theory on this is that men and women are both too stupid to ever realize anyone is interested in us. If you're too shy to ask him out, just hold his hand, or do something else you would generally only do in a relationship, like insist on paying for his coffee or something. Once upon a time my girlfriend sent me into a gas station to get her a can of Mountain Dew. So I go in and search all over the place, but they don't have single cans of Mountain Dew, only bottles. But then I see it, a 12-pack of canned Mountain Dew. Now in my guy brain she said can, so I was not coming out of that store with a bottle. When I go back to the car with the 12-pack she asked why I got 12 cans of Mountain Dew. I explained my logic and she started laughing uncontrollably. She brings this up all the time with other women when explaining how guys think differently. Mountain Dew tastes better out of a can than a bottle. You made the right call. Only if the bottle is plastic. A glass bottle beats a can any day of the week. I find it confusing how men are so forgiving. It's one of the things I adore the most about men and find the most baffling. I'm learning now that men will get over things like 40 minutes after they happen and genuinely get frustrated and sad when their girls hold grudges. I've found that the people I've had falling outs with and was able to rekindle my friendships with were mostly all men. I also find it weird how men will fight each other and then be best friends the next day. You get angry in the moment, but then after you're removed from the situation you gotta let yourself cool off. Once you're thinking clearly you'll realize it wasn't that big a deal and get over it. Usually the start of a fight isn't that big, it's the stuff that comes after that escalates it. So you just recognize that both of you just human and do and say dumb things when your blood is up. Also I think women tend to plan more and then act, and men will just act and plan on the fly. So that leads to women believing slights or fuck ups are more intentional, whereas men will just think of them as mistakes and forgive them. So many men I know pass off just this really chill vibe and they all seem to just be cool with each other. How TF do they do it? Not caring is much easier than caring. It's this. My wife is all up into the shit of every single person in our apartment building, and as such, is always pissed off with at least one of them. I wouldn't know half of these people's names if my wife didn't tell me, and I'd be perfectly content not knowing. You can be completely oblivious to any mess in the house, but can spot a wall has been brush painted in the wrong direction from 20 feet away. Wall is permanent, mess is temporary. Unless you live like me, then mess is permanent. When my boyfriend is quiet for too long, and I ask him what he's thinking about, and he says simply, nothing, and shrugs. This happens at least twice a month. What do you mean nothing? You can actively sit there and just wipe your brain clean. No buzz. Just elevator music behind the eyes. What kind of fucking superpower is that, and where do I sign up? Of two things is happening here. Either he is thinking of something stupid he doesn't want to say aloud, or he is in fact thinking of nothing. Dicks. The way they work is confusing. Like I've been told they only react when seeing or feeling something they like, but I've also been told it will just decide to pop up randomly the other day with nothing. A year or so ago, I was spooning with an ex and napping. We both woke up to cum on my thighs, and it was soaked through his underwear, and I was like, wait, that's possible? Like I've been told they only react when seeing or feeling something they like. Get rid of the word only and you're correct. But I've also been told it will just decide to pop up randomly the other day with nothing. This is true. A year or so ago, I was spooning with an ex and napping. We both woke up to cum on my thighs, and it was soaked through his underwear, and I was like, wait, that's possible? Wet dreams are a thing. Though I haven't had one since I was going through puberty. I think they don't happen as long as you're ejaculating fairly frequently. My GF is still baffled at the fact that I can just turn off my brain and not think of anything. There's a science museum where I live, and there's a game you can play that uses brain waves. Basically it has a ball in the middle of the table that moves based on who has the least amount of brain activity at the time, and you want the ball to move away from you. You put on a headpiece, and when both players are ready, they touch the two pads on the table with you hands. I'm currently undefeated at a record of 14-0. IDK if I'm dumb, or if I just shut everything off, but life support lol. The end. Thanks for watching.